Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you all being here at the channel today. And for you folks that are new, for you folks that are just finding us here at the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button as well. And to learn more about me and learn more about my company and how I can help you grow your business, please check out the links below. And I would point out to you in our courses section, I would point out the Gym Management Playbook. Check it out. Check it out and see if it's for you. The Gym Management Playbook, it's really specifically designed for you folks that are thinking about getting into the industry, for you folks that maybe you are and you're brand new at this, or you've been in it for a while and you're struggling at it. The whole course is set up to help you shorten the learning curve and help you improve bottom line profitability. And then number two, for you folks that are looking to start new facilities or you're looking to expand your current facility, check out the gym funding link below, where you can potentially qualify for up to $250,000 in funding with no collateral. Now, with all that said, let's get into our topic today, and it's the top 10 mistakes that gym owners make. Top 10 mistakes, and this is really my eyeball appraisal. When I'm watching gym owners, when I'm talking to gym owners, these are the things that I see more frequently than not, okay? And it doesn't imply there's not some other things, but some other things maybe we're doing them, but we're maybe not doing them quite as well. These are simply what I see to be the top 10 of that. And some of these are things that we do that we shouldn't do, things of that nature. So let's get into it. Top 10 mistakes that gym owners make that I see. And number one is they'll try to do things they're not good at, okay? I mean, they'll try to train sales when they've never done it before. This one's very common, okay? Or they'll try to train on a process that they don't know anything about. Or they'll try to train on referrals. Or they'll try to do their own marketing. They try to do things that they're not good at. And so what you want to do, if you're a gym owner, you're in this situation, find things you're good at. That's where you want to focus, do them. The other things, outsource them. If you're not good at sales training, outsource it. This is probably the lion's share of the folks that I work with are folks that, not only are they not good in sales, they quite frankly don't want to be good in sales other than the end result, right? But if it's things you aren't good at and don't want to do, outsource it. Okay, simple as that. Don't try to do things you're not good at. Don't try to make this whole thing a do-it-yourself kind of thing. Okay, mistake number one. Number two, don't blame others. Okay, and I see this frequently. Oh, it's my staff. Oh, it's the marketing. Oh, it's this. And one of the great phrases that we can master is this: I accept full responsibility. And the idea that we take and the idea that we teach, if you want to change somebody else, you first change yourself. Okay? So let's change how we approach it. But what you don't want to do, absolutely, don't find yourself blaming others. It's like, how's that old adage go? If you point a finger at somebody else, there's three more pointing back at you. Okay? Number three, don't ignore the math. This is something I tell everybody. Okay? Never ignore the math. The math has no emotion. The math doesn't care. The math is real, okay? And you can tell me that you're doing this and this and this and this, but the math says otherwise, well, you're not, okay? There's really no other way to look at it. Look at the math. If you're the gym owner and you're saying, well, my sales team, we're doing all these things, we're doing everything they're supposed to, but boy, the sales just aren't there. Don't ignore the math. Okay, because that math will tell you where the problem is. That math will tell you how to fix it. Go back and do the math. Okay. Number four, don't take your employees for granted. There's a tendency just to kind of accept turnover and accept churn with staff. And the way I look at this, your staff, your employees, it really is your single number one asset. It's your brand. It is your everything. And, we don't want to take them for granted. The flip side, what I suggest you do is you want to treat your employees like your best customer. We're going to nurture them. We're going to help maintain interest. We're going to help maintain desire. We want to create an atmosphere, that allows a motivated person to act. So don't take your employees for granted. Number five, don't mistreat your suppliers. I mean, take care of your suppliers, all of the suppliers that you work with. Whether it's for towels or, cleaning agents, or it's equipment maintenance or whatever it is, treat them right, pay them on time. If you can't, communicate with them, let them know, offer referrals for them, treat them right. Because some ways, these suppliers, they kind of become your brand ambassadors. I mean, they're out there talking to other clubs and other people, and you never know the opportunities that could come to you as a result of doing this. But never mistreat your suppliers. Number 6, don't get mistreated by your customers. Don't you get mistreated by your customers. It's a misnomer, I think, to think that the customer is always right. And I understand the idea behind that, and certainly we kind of approach it like that, where, hey, I understand, we should be giving you better service than that. But don't find yourself being, mistreated by your customers. Hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to cancel. Okay, and certainly we want to understand the right way to handle those things, and that's some things we might need to get some training on sometimes. But don't find yourself being mistreated, by your customer. Okay, because if you do, you're kind of giving permission for other folks to kind of do the same thing. With that said, number 7, let's don't ignore our customers. Let's don't ignore our members. Job 1 here is we want to keep who we've got. Okay, and yes, we want to sell, and yes, we want to get more new people in, but the better job we do of retention and keeping our members, this is one of the great places that so many clubs can have a lot of improvement. And I would suggest over-communicate with your customers, over-communicate with your members. Don't just communicate, over-communicate. Deliver to them a higher level of service than they ever bargained for. Give them super service. Okay, really take care of your customers better than they ever thought possible. Okay, let's keep them, because when you start looking at it, the lifetime value of that customer, that customer is not just $50 a month. Okay, they might add on a spouse, they might bring in a friend, they might buy personal training on a pretty regular basis, they might participate in other events, there might be some retail product, and it's that $50 payment that might end up being the lifetime value of that customer might be $5,000. Don't underestimate that. Don't ignore your customers. Okay. Number 8, don't forget to pay your taxes. Okay. Some folks do. Okay. Don't forget to pay your taxes. Make sure you do it on time. Make sure whatever accounting group you're using is holding you accountable to do that. Number 9, don't give up equity. The reason I put this one on is one of the common phone calls that I get is a club that needs help getting turned around. They need help getting back on track. And we're talking, and I say, well, what's the first thing you want some help with? Well, Jim, can you help me get out of this partnership? It's just not working. I see it a lot. And so my advice is don't give up equity. Maybe when you're trying to gain funds, do it from a debt standpoint. But don't give up equity. And certainly if you do give up some equity, do not give up control. And certainly make sure you set expectations of how this is going to work. Okay. And then number 10, don't invest too much in technology. Here's what I mean. You don't need to do everything. You don't need every app, every program. I mean, it's easy to really get taken by all the technology. You want the things that are going to help grow and produce and develop your business. You don't need all of it. Okay, so don't get so all the technology in the world where that's all you're doing. You're trying to learn stuff constantly. Just get the things that you need to help grow and develop your business. Period. Okay, keep it simple. KISS, we call that keep it simple. Superstar. Okay, so take a look at these top 10 mistakes. Are you making any of them? If you're thinking of getting into the business, maybe this can be a good guideline for you of mistakes that you don't want to make. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Learn more about me in the links below. And again, if you've enjoyed the content and find this content beneficial, please hit that like button as well. And I look forward to seeing you all in that next video.